What's going on, guys? I'm Journey, back with a thoughts video, this time on Final Fantasy VI. This one is an amazing experience. You start off with a lovely young lady named Terra. She has no memory of who she is or what's going on, but she eventually gets away from the people that have control over her. And she finds some help, and she eventually runs into a guy, a wonderful adventurer named Loke. Thief, more like it. And so the story begins. It is one for the ages. I will say that it is a 2D game, the last of its kind for Final Fantasy. Because after that they go into 7, which then they started with their 3D thing. So if you're more into the retro stuff, this will probably be where we're in for you. If you're more of the modern aspect, this might not be enough for you to want to go and experience. Me, however, I would love to say that either or, I do not mind. They're both sides are wonderful, right? Because something about these old school 2D games do have a specific charm about them that is lacking with the newer ones. I will say that. But you could tell with characters' expressions and how they quote unquote look in the camera and strike a pose while they're talking. It could be due to limitations as far as not being able to zoom in on your camera to get those expressions, and so they have to go a little bit extra and technically break the fourth wall to be able to evoke more emotion from from quote unquote the consumer. It's a wonderful thing though. It's really really wonderful. The music in itself, if you're ever gonna be part of this channel, you want to hear me say something bad about the Final Fantasy music. It's not gonna happen. Amazing. Period. Always has been, always will be. So sometimes at some point I'm probably not even going to talk about the music anymore because it's just going to be positive. Gameplay is what it is. It's nice to see some new features get added. For one, Sabin has a blitz, and it just feels like I'm playing Street Fighter. So it's something. It doesn't really. I don't feel the most comfortable with it while things are going in real time. But at the same time, it's still a fun thing to think about. I do wish though that after you had unlocked one, that the option is there for you to select of your own choosing. Either you do manual or you do auto forward selection. But for some people who do like those type of things, and it'll work out. The game itself also, as far as exploration and just trying to find out where to go, is still vague. But they do have a little boo-boo that pops up in a box, and it tells you what your next location. That's nice. That is really nice, because one of the things that plays these old school Final Fantasy games is the lack of information. As if everybody is going to want to go and check a wiki, as if everybody want to go and go find a walkthrough or whatever it is, or find a community to be able to give you information. It's not going to be that way all the time. So no. To help with story progression is not the best thing to have people who are very interested in the title go town to town talking to every NPC to find out where they need to be. That's kind of productive. It doesn't really help much. Maybe back then it was good, but today not so much. And some people I get, trust me, I get that there are folks out there who love the harder type of experience, but as you get older and you got responsibilities and things start to kick in, it may not be there. So at least they have that works out for them. So yeah, there's not much more I can possibly even say about this. Yo, there's a freaking Yeti in the game. How? But it was really cool to be able to recruit a Moogle. Yo, I'm down for that. Homie's a geomancer at heart. He's a geomancer at heart. I love geomancers. If you've been a part of my channel, you know I love geomancers. So I've had a whole lot of fun. Obviously, as my playthrough, you get frustrated about some things. You can be very, very happy about some things. So my favorite character out of them all is Celeste. I love her story. I just love her. I think she's a wonderful character. One other thing I would like to point out is that Kefka, his character is not flushed out. This character isn't. He's the type of character that can break the mold in so many ways. just from a storyteller perspective and just from the way how you assume what a villain should be, right? But at the same time, though, he strays a little bit, in my opinion, too far away from what a villain should be. Like a villain should still want to enlist fear into uh into the viewer, the consumer, or at least make you really want to hate them. You know, I don't think Kepka has done anything throughout the game to make you really despise the character. So even if you think that, let's say he's funny or he's unique or whatever case, whatever it is, there still should be something that makes you feel like, okay, I have to defeat this guy, and there's nothing that comes up. If you look at a character and then you evaluate them on what they accomplished, by default, you should evaluate them about what they're able to maintain. And that's one thing, as you go along through the story, you'll figure out more so about what I mean. So when you'll hear people say, well, Sephiroth is a better villain, I would most definitely agree. Most definitely agree, and I don't even think there's a competition on that front. Hopefully, though, this game can get a remake, because there's so many things I could see that can be done with this character to give him even more of a personality, more of a reason for you to dislike him and love him. So he's very, very unique in the world of Final Fantasy. Very different, more like a Joker, Batman kind of character. I could tell where they got their influences from, but I will hope. That's not all that he is. He's a lot more. There's so much more underneath that coat. So yeah, this one is most definitely a high recommendation from me. Get out there and go pick it up and enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's a wonderful thing, man. Real talk. If I was to most definitely give it somewhere around the score, I would probably say this one is easily, it's up there. It's up there, man. Screw it. Matt Love from Journey. That's what this is going to be. I'll see y'all guys on the next one. But before even all that, hey, like the video, like, subscribe, hit the comment, let me know what's good, or catch me up on Twitch. Y'all know where I'll be. We get through these journey pages. Mad love, y'all. Stay safe. See you on the next one.